best batsman, Andy Balbirnie.
Well, I think when you look at that too, John, it took Andrew Balbirnie a long time to establish himself on this stage. What a year he's had, and obviously Ireland in transition.
Change the field. And up from fine leg to himself into the circle.
Speaking of form, Farhan Shayhope, who's been in fantastic form in this Tri-Nations series, John, played beautifully. He's at it again. 32 now from 43.
Criteria today, well, West Indies with that win against Ireland, chasing down 300 for only the second time in their ODI history. Previous match was against Pakistan back in 2017. Ireland losing that game. 16 gone, 78 for 2. Continue. Like that delivery. Side, tripped away into the leg. So the criteria just alluded to. West Indies qualify for the final with a win against Ireland. Bangladesh with a win today will also qualify for Friday's final. Ireland looking on the wings, hoping that West Indies win today and perhaps win well as well. And Ireland would hope to overturn Bangladesh in Wednesday's match. And from the neutrals' point of view as well, I suppose, Alan, if the Windies win today, Wednesday's match wouldn't be a dead rubber, so still be a lot to play for.
Well, absolutely. It will be an opportunity for Ireland to get a win on the board, more particularly, and hopefully challenge for a place in that final. You get the sense looking at this, John, here, and it's going to be a battle of spin. This partnership against the West Indies. Shakib and Mahidi only went for 71 in their 20 overs. Mahidi's at it again, almost through 6 and only conceded 23. So a really good job for his team.
Hope slipped there. Just a little fortunate his back foot didn't clip the wicket. Quick single. Test the arm and no pickup. End of the over. 17 over is gone. Drinks been taken now. West Indies are 82 for 2.
2. And there have been 2 wickets to fall so far. And Rose and Darren Bravo gone. And here we are. This an absolutely magnificent catch by Saka. Wide and slip. Literally, Ambrose just guided it to him, but he took it fantastically initially in his right hand. And Bravo, LBW bringing his poor run of form, or should I say extending a poor run of form for Bravo outside the line of the ball, and that would have clearly gone on to clip the leg stump. Mahidi making amends for a poor drop catch that we hadn't seen the over before. And there they are, the bowling figures. Seamus struggled early on. Has come back as he did. Clontarf bowled economically and tightly. 6 overs for 24 with the 1 wicket, and he's been the pick of the bowlers. This man, as he has been throughout this series, Shai Hope, leading from the front. And here comes the fizz, as Nobby O'Brien calls him.
Experienced, 45 ODIs today for Rahman, 23 years of age. Fast left-hander. No slip in place for him.
First onto the international scene. This has struggled of late. John has struggled in this series so far. Has been Bangladesh's most expensive bowler
So far in this series. For 84, his opening match. His best of 6 for 43 in his debut against India, Dhaka, back in 2015. West Indies started with a real blaze here, didn't they, Alan? Likes of Ambrose, Hope, Ambrose in particular, was dealing with the bad balls very well. Cluster of early boundaries. Has it just settled down since? Bangladesh getting the wickets of Ambrose and Bravo. I feel they're very much in this game now. 17th over with the Windies, 84 for 2. Windies already through to the final. Bangladesh would get there with a win.
There you are. That's more of perhaps what I'm talking about. His figures in 2019. The economy average way up on his career average, of course.
These 2 there. There's a sweeper. Hope's a great nick in this particular series. 52nd ODI for him.
Viewers to see, coincided with a bit of drop in pace from his stock delivery. A man of good variety, but he's had a tough year.
6 wickets, 5 internationals, 2 against the West Indies in their 8 wickets win over in Clontarf. 2 venues being used for this tri-series. Next match is back to Clontarf again. Ground you know well.
Indeed. Never really played any major cricket on this ground, John. It was a lot different. We played international cricket here, obviously extended to a beautiful international ground now.
Around the corner, they might fancy the second one here. Yeah, Hope quickly calling through. Chase at the other end of 18, 88 for 2. schedule of games. This is the fifth one. Match last week was abandoned. 4 in here in Malahide for the Windies. Ireland by 5 wickets. High quality match that. Ireland making 300 plus. Andy Balbirnie, class act, century as well. But here's the change of bowling now. Shakib Al Hasan coming on from the polar end, going spin from this end of the ground. Shakib Al Hasan, 32-year-old, immediately on the spot.
Audacious pearl of twirl. Shakib, vast experience, has been really the star performer on a consistent basis. Bowls at a lovely angle, gets that ball up and down very well. Rip it just enough when required, but a real clever bowler. Just always attacking the stumps. Good bit of field position from the skipper, blocking that area down through mid-on. Turning him down here is much more straight.
Good use of the feet there by Chase, just negating that spin. First single of the over. Hasan, very experienced, closing in now on 250 ODI wickets. 65 for 47, made his debut against Zimbabwe back in 2006. For a long time now, part of the World Cup squad. 196 ODIs.
And again, one other feature John is bowling is he gets through his overs terribly quick. 3 dots, blink of an eye. Again, very quick. End of the over, 89 for 2.
Chase caught. Just flipped to the man at mid-wicket. Abdullah, and easy as picking apples off a tree, straight to him, and West Indies lose their 3rd wicket. Ruston Chase goes for 19.
I didn't know what fruit you were going to talk about there, whether it was apples or oranges, but an easy chance to Mahmudullah and an orthodox mid-wicket. And that's Royston Chase gone, 19 from 29. And the first wicket of the day for the Fitz.
Started so well, West Indies.
We've got it. Thank you.
Losing wickets now, regular intervals. Ambrose, Bravo, Ruston Chase now back in the hunt. New man, Jonathan Carter, 32nd ODI today, best of 54. His debut in South Africa 15. Work to do here. Hope still there. Resting on his shoulders now. 40 not out. West Indies with some rebuilding to do now. Lost those 3 wickets. 20th over now. 89 for 3. Fizz continues. Lots going on out there as well.
Certainly is. Stepser will be very pleased to have got that wicket. On the back of conceding 84. He is caught with a bit of a juggle by Mamadullah. But having conceded 84 and 94 in the last 2 ODIs he's played. Genuinely excited when he saw the back of Royston Chase.
Trying to carve that away. Captain's put himself in a whitish slip gully kind of area, perhaps for that shot.
Well, that's something we spoke about earlier, John. Just getting that ball on or outside off stump. There was a little bit of extra bounce there, but that's the length you need to be bowling, and on a much more consistent basis.
Good captaincy so far from Taza. The West Indies were going to pile on the runs early. Put the brakes on. And wickets always help. See the timeline down the bottom. And a boundary now for quite a while. It's what, 1 run conceded in the last 10 deliveries. And a wicket. Chopped down by Carter.
Again, rightly so, no sweeper out, pressure on. Bangladesh looking to smother the West Indies here. New batsman on strike. Carter hasn't had a huge amount of batting, certainly not in terms of length of time. A lot of dot balls, and that's how you build pressure in these games. When you get clusters of dot balls, things happen. That's a very good over. It's the end of the 20th. West Indies 89 for 3.
Polar end, the 1 run, 6 deliveries. These with work to do. They're 37 with that loss. 89 for 3. Ambrose, Bravo, and Chase back in the pavilion. Jay Hope still there. Jonathan Carter, the new man at the crease to score. 40, 86 deliveries. Oof. Didn't drop that. Or was it his attempted stumping chance? Was bowled, certainly.
Like an opportunity. Oh, luck on Shea Hope's part. Nearly bowled.
It's almost deflected onto the stumps off his pads. Got away with one there.
That's the type of bowler Shakib is as well. He bowls very tight lines. Anytime a batsman makes the mistake and miss the ball, they're so close to him. Sometimes they get hooked up in the tie pad, sometimes between the legs. He's a very clever bowler. Shakib Al-Hasan for a good tournament in the World Cup.
Ambrose and Hope were crashing the ball all around the the ground in the early parts of their innings, but having had a boundary in 51 deliveries, Hope knows he has to stay there now. He's getting quickly through his overs, Shakib Al Hassan. It's the end of 21, 90 for 3. Is drying up, you can see from the West Indies point of view in the last couple of overs after a brisk start. Edge, there's a man down here, should cut that off. Just needed a single. In fact, they're going back for the second, testing the arm of Tamim Iqbal. They get home safely enough.
Elbow by the Fizz, nice and close. Shea Hope equal to the task, just running that one down to third man. That's an impressive hat. It's a beautiful day here. Malahide?
You had hand warmers for the last couple of days. You don't need them today, do you?
Not at all. It was absolutely freezing. It was like a light bulb.
This is a heat wave to us here in Ireland. 16 degrees, we love it.
But the thing about it is that the sun is out, but it's still a very fresh breeze. You had a lovely day yesterday.
Beautiful. Covering one of our indigenous sports here in Ireland, Gaelic football, start of the new championship. Summer in Ireland has finally arrived. It's a privilege and an honour actually to be covering our indigenous sport. My 32nd year covering the GA championship for RTE Radio. Enjoyed it yesterday, offered in Meath out in Navan, big crowd, shirt sleeves. The summer's here.
What I do well in that sport.
The hurling championship began yesterday as well in Munster. Clare beating Waterford and Tipperary beating Cork down in Páirc Uí Chaoimh in front of 30,000 people.
Play by Shea Hope, just getting on top of his toes and just punching that. Looking for 3. He's a very busy cricketer. He's 2. Carter to get off the score, get off the mark. Beg your pardon, but Shea Hope 45 from 61. Now this is where the maturity comes in from Shea Hope. He needs to understand he's the man in form. So it's not a situation that he can go helter-skelter and play his shots. He has to bat long, back deep into this innings. Get the West Indies there 250, 260, something that they can fight with. That's what's going to show how far he's come in leaps and bounds in his batting. Every innings is completely different than the next. Clontarf was brilliant. Back-to-back hundreds. And he had a good start against Ireland. Today is a completely different innings. He has to hang in there and bat for the West Indies. 45 from 62 so far. Looks good. But also Fizz is bowling well. Ball came by the Fizz. Got the wicket. Simeon Ambers. Here's Shea Hope scores in this series. So what I love about this is that he's taking that form into the World Cup. Only one more innings before he starts that World Cup journey. His first World Cup. That's what I want to see. Well, the people of the Windies would love to see is their players taking good form into the World Cup. So not having a good World Cup is, well, the World Cup, but...
Knocked away by Hope. Oh, misfield. He'll get a second here. Possibly a third. Will he fancy taking on the arm? No, he doesn't. Settles for 2 to end the 22nd. 96 for 3. partnerships to where we stand now, 96 for 3. Ambrose and Hope looked busy, crashed a few boundaries in that opening partnership of 37. Chase and Hope as well. A good nick together before Chase went out for 19. Lobbing one to mid-wicket. Quite a while now since we've seen a boundary. Hope was there with Carter. Carter yet to score in his 8 deliveries faced so far. Tries to scoop one over the wicket keeper.
It's good bowling. Shakib is keeping it nice and tight. Trying to be a little cheeky or innovative. Second best. Bowled again, but someone that's not in good form leading into that World Cup is Darren Bravo. I think that's going to be a slight worry for head coach Floyd Rifa. Ball by Shakib.
They can change the World Cup squad, can't they, over the next couple of days before the World Cup happens itself. So Ambrose in particular may have been pushing himself into contention. Would they, asking you as a West Indies former international, a shot just dabbed down by Carter for his opening 2 runs. Would Bravo's place be under threat?
Not at all. I think the World Cup squad is picked for the World Cup. I don't think there's going to be any change. Definitely, any changes will come about will be someone being injured. But it is a worry for them.
Oops. Straight through the fielder. Captain getting his arms down to end the 23rd. Shy of a ton. 99 for 3. Bravo's last 4 matches. The 33 runs, an average of 11. He scored 6 here today. It is, as you've been alluding to, Tino, a bit of a worry for the Windies going into the World Cup. You need men in form. We certainly know that. Campbell is in form. He hasn't played the last 2 games, made 178 against Ireland in the opening match as well, and also Shea Hope is in particularly good form. There'll be a worry about Bravo. Big appeal, and he's given him. Carter looks a bit bemused, and the West Indies lose their 4th wicket. Carter's gone. LBW.
Well, ball by the Fizz. Oh, I think that might be just going down. The umpire didn't respond immediately. He took a moment to make his decision, his mind up. But nevertheless, Jonathan Carter, he departs for 3. The Windies, 99 for 4. Batsman, the captain, Jason Holder, is out to join the opener, Shea Hope. Captaincy, Clive Lloyd, back in 2015, 94 ODI, best of 99 not out.
down leg.
I think if he referred that, it was DRS. I think it remains the umpire call. I think it's clipping leg. Leg is a part of the stumps. A decent decision.
Sam O'Neill made that decision. He's 29 for 4 now. Thinks the outside of the bat. Good delivery. Ireland watching on this game won't be happy. They want the Windies to win this game. Bangladesh win it today, they will qualify for the final, and Ireland will be out.
Well ball by the Fizz. Past the outside edge. So Bangladesh have woken up this morning in the sunshine. First 5-6 overs look very lethargic, very lacklusterly. But they've woken up and they've looked solid. 4 wickets. That brings up the Windies 100. The outside edge, Jason Holder. And yes, West Indies need that top 5 in the World Cup to be clicking. Note that top 5 in the World Cup. In this series, only one person is really doing well. Shea Hope. The other is probably Evan Lewis. He's not playing. He didn't have an amazing IPL. Hardly played for Mumbai Indians, who went on to win the tournament. Congratulations to them. And Chris Gayle, he had a decent IPL. And he had Hitmaya, did okay, scored 150. He will be short of form as well. And number 5 spot, we'll be looking at Darren Bravo to fill that in. He's having a horrific time here in Ireland. The West Indies need to pick players. I should say they should hope that their players that they've picked are in good nick going into that World Cup. See how it goes. Sometimes guys, these little pre-tournaments guys might not be up to the task, and then when the big day comes, they turn up. Darren Bravo can start the tournament with 100. That's the funny thing about cricket. But right now, as it stands, he's not in no form whatsoever, and he could be saving all his runs for the World Cup. You never know how this game is a funny old game. So I'm not trying to write him off in no way whatsoever. I just think that you need tournaments to find some form. West Indies massive. Matthews and Miss Boyce.
Oh! 100 for 4.
Come boys, bang, 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 lads!
Five Bangladesh bowlers used so far. Shakib Al Hasan been at his brilliant best. 5 runs conceded from his 3 overs so far. West Indies backing themselves. William Toss and batting. Average first innings total last 10 ODIs here in Malahide is 283. I'll take that now. Holder, the new man in. 6'7", giant of a man. Gets down the pitch very quickly. A couple of strides. Back in his crease as well. He'll whip that round the corner. This is good bowling by Shakib Al Hasan. He's keeping the West Indies honest. Noticeable that Captain Mortaza has a man in on the drive. Well, he's done that for the last couple of overs. Folk in particular, man on the drive. Also putting one there just to keep an eye on Jason Holder, because he tend to tries to work the ball into the leg side and just flip it into the off, and that's what he's there for.
Ooh. Top area, Shakib.
It's a top area. Shakib. A little bit of bounce as well. I'd love to see him with a slip.
Goal.
It's a maiden. 100 for 4.
Slow progress for the West Indies. As Niall O'Brien calls them, the Manhattans have got smaller and smaller. Screens West Indies 100 for 4 after 25. The phase resumes. And Tino, West Indies dealing with spin. The difficulties continue.
There's a tradition that we don't like to talk about when it comes to West Indies batsmen. They've always struggled against slow bowling. Being 77 deliveries since the last boundary. This goes to show you. Fizz is bowling beautifully. He looks much better today. His energy is up as well. It's good energy, good ball through to the keeper. Good energy behind the ball. It's a good rest. He looks a lot livelier. It's not too cold. He's bowling with good energy.
He seems to have good rhythm. No doubt about that. So much of it for the quicker bowlers is that rhythm. The pace is just there. You can nearly without thinking put it where you want to put it. And, he's certainly doing that job for Bangladesh today.
That's a good shot by Jason Holder. Would he get 4? Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Deep on the boundary. On the sweep of the boundary. Shabir down there. That is sensational. That's what you want to see from your fielders. The effort.
There's no doubt about that, and he saved his team 2 runs here. Brilliant piece of fielding from Shabir. Showed the ability to pull the ball back into the infield, and again, quite rightly, the Fizz acknowledges that piece of fielding.
Well bowled. Energy. Well bowled. Let's have his chat with some coaches. One in particular point. Who's a fantastic bowling coach. We have a lot of discussions. We're talking about where we get energy from and pace from there and set is Courtney Walsh isn't tonight just yet. I call him Sir Courtney Walsh. He's a tremendous contributor in terms of West Indies cricket.
Always appeared such a selfless cricketer. Tino did a great job for his team.
Absolutely. And a good mentor as well. Very approachable. And I was talking to Ian Point about bowling, and he was talking about rhythm. And he asked me the question, was I a rhythm bowler? I said I wasn't really one that really depended too much on a rhythm. I just run in and let it go as quickly as I can.
But there's a surprise.
Yeah, but everyone is different, you know. Sometimes you get in the rhythm. I never really work with the rhythm. I just run in and make sure I try to keep my head as still as possible.
End of the 26th, West Indies 104 for 4.
Shakib continues. Here's his scorecard. Shea Hope, 48 not out. Looking good. He needs to hang in there. Jason Holder. Another single. But yeah, but the fizz looked much better today. His rhythm looks good. He's charging it a little bit more. His energy looks good. And that's good signs for Bangladesh. Bangladesh needs those stars to really do well in the World Cup. I have them going deep in the World Cup because I think they're a good unit as well.
Even better signs of these figures from Shakib. Miserly 6 runs. 7 from 4.2 overs. Did a great job for his team. As he does virtually every game he plays, Tino. He's been a star all-round performer.
And he's going to do really well in the World Cup as well on those surfaces. It's well bowled. What he did just now was just slow it up. He's probably saying to Jason Holder, I want to see you use those long levers. Hit me out the park. I dare you. I double dare you. Here he goes again. Beautifully bowled by Shakib Al Hassan. He slowed it up even slower. That is good bowling.
Well, he's just got that ability to get it up and down. Just hold it back there, that dip. You think it's there to drive and suddenly it's not.
And the pitch is a good pitch. I saw it this morning. It's a good cricket pitch. But the skill is all about the skill. Jason Holder using his feet on this occasion. Good batting and good bowling as well. After 27 overs, 107 for 4 to Windies.
Interesting stat here, Tino. Shai Hope, in his last 20 ODIs, has scored 1,114 runs at an average of 74.26, including 5 centuries. That's star quality. And throughout this series, he's shown that. And he's on the march again, one away from another 50. The West Indies will be looking to him to translate that into another century, I'm sure.
First time in the series we've seen Sharka. A little bit of medium pace. Trying to stifle the West Indies batting even more.
Maybe to give the skipper a few more options. Of course, they only used the 5 bowlers in the previous game, which is unusual in modern ODI cricket.
And that's 50 for Shai Hope. His good form continues. This Tri-Nation series. They will want to carry on. The West Indies bossy. Standing and clapping the young man who's been in ominous form.
There's the full match stats, averaging over 50 in ODI cricket, and that's a hell of a record. That would have been very close.
I think he was going to be on his bike, Jason Holder. He would have made a good possession straight down to the pavilion. He was running in the right direction of the pavilion. Oh no, yes he was.
Not even in the picture, Tino.
He played the shot and he hesitated, then he called. And if he called while he was playing the shot, you would say a good single. But he played the shot and he was heading out. So you can see, he hesitated and then he moved off. He's one lucky batter, Jason Holder. Oh, your lucky stars.
Could Soccer have got back to the stumps there, maybe, Tino?
I think he could. He's just bowling a gentle medium. In the heat of the moment. Shai Hope 50 package wasn't electrifying. It was much harder today, but nevertheless, played one or two beautiful cricket shots. And in particular was wonderful. Bowled. And after 28, the Windies 111 for 4.
There you are. Shai Hope out on his own in terms of most runs in this series. Shakib continues.
It's happened again. Ball nearly going from his pad onto the stump. The thing about Shai Hope, he's not a big sweeper of the cricket ball. Most rolls his left foot back and breaks the rest into the leg side. He's not one of those batsmen that fine sweeps the ball, so bowlers can see that and fire it into leg stump.
That's an interesting point you make, Tino, because we've got deep square leg, we've got long on, and we've got 60, 70 metres of space. If he can get himself outside off stump, take LBW out of the equation. You've got to be probably looking to do that, bring a bit of risk into your play. Down the ground is out of commission for him now, with long off and long on stationed.
Not saying that he can't play the sweep shot, just you don't see him play a lot.
That brings a rapid end to Shakib's 6th over for 10. West Indies 113 for 4. Story of the day, 107 dots. Again, Bangladesh smothering. That's very good fielding. There, extra cover. And that's a critical part in ODI cricket, Tino. You can't be having that many dots, and that's the pressure that Bangladesh have built on the West Indies here, particularly through spin.
That's something they have to address holistically as a batting group. I think for Floy Reefer and his backroom staff. for 2 initially. Good running from Shea Hope. If you call it, he sees any opening, he's going to come back for 2. So good running by Holder, and hope that those dot balls, has been a kryptonite for a very long time in West Indies cricket, especially when it comes to limited overs. It's over a century of balls.
Yourself.
And if they want to go deep into that World Cup, it's something that they have to address. Got to find a way. They've got to find a way to get those dot balls into at least singles. That's what a good sides like England and Pakistan do. Well, and that's the boundary. Finally, Jason Holder finds the boundary after 102 deliveries.
Strange looking shot this, but it's just basically clubbed down the ground for 4. And as you said, Tino, first boundary and over 100 deliveries for the West Indies. Try and break the shackles here.
It only looks strange because he's such a long man, so tall. Well, that's back-to-back boundaries for Jason Holder. He's saying, I'm tired of this. Let's get a move on.
And this was a lot easier. Pushed into his legs from Sarkar and eased over mid-wicket by Jason Holder. All very straightforward, that. So back-to-back boundaries after a drought.
Calling for 2. Good fielding by Iqbal. Well, after 30, the Windies, 124 for 4.
So Bangladesh have a real stranglehold on this game. It was interesting, Tino mentioning in the last spell of commentary, real use of the sweep shot. Now, it would have been something you'd have played a lot in your career against spin, and it's such a profitable shot in so many ways, and played a lot more in ODI cricket, but has been redundant for the West Indies.
Yeah, be very watchful against the spin bowling. Not for the first time this series, as the Bangladesh supporters find their voice. They're playing well here. The big game. A win will see Bangladesh through to the final. West Indies already there, of course. Sweep shot difficult for the man of Jason Holder's height, of course. I would like to see him use his feet, use his long levers. Hope, very capable sweeper of the ball.
But again, looking at that area now between deep square and long on here, it's very inviting.
Well, there's men on the boundary, but I don't think batsmen in this day and age care too much with men on the fence. Batsmen in the modern era, all their works on leg side, should just be one. Batsmen in the modern era, you think of Jos Buttler of England, Morgan, they back themselves, they hit through the line, good bats, strong, fit men, and clear the boundary, so they're not too perturbed. Back in the day, man on the boundary, you have to hit it on the ground, but I think the game has changed somewhat.
Not even so much that, but you look at modern players, you looked at Balbirnie on weekend, his placement was superb. Outside of hitting it out of the park, it was generally in an area where there were no fielders.
That's what it's about, batting. Hitting the ball where there's no fielders. It sounds simple. It's very easy from the commentary box. There are always better players once we've retired.
I hear you. I don't mind talking about it.
Wants to. Good early call. Should get in and out varies. Good batting from Jason Holder. Good reply by Hope. Getting back for a comfortable 2 and ticking the ball around. They picked up 2 boundaries the previous over, so starting to get a little bit of momentum here, the West Indies.
And they're going to need it. And, Holder, you would think, will be pivotal in that. If Shea Hope can bat through for his team. Another 3-figure score. End of the 31st, West Indies 129 for 4. There's some very impressive stats for Shai Hope. There's a lot of good players on that card. And of course, ahead of the master. But when you go down further and you think that he's 10 runs per innings, or the guts of 10 runs per innings, over 50 matches better than anyone else. And he's 25 years old.
Yeah, wonderful talent. Question marks will now, can he transfer that one-day form into test match cricket? He's had some success in test match cricket, but his numbers nowhere near as strong in the longer format. That's the challenge for that young man at the moment. One-day cricket, he's dominating. He's almost mastered to a certain extent. Red ball, not so much.
Again, probably came into a side in transition, but the long levers you were talking about, Niall. And again, placement.
Well, he uses every bit of his frame. Placement was good, as you mentioned. Fielder in the deep, unsure of the boundary, unsure of the opposition. Can do nothing about it. So Jason Holder starting to cut loose. He's hit 3 boundaries in the last 5 minutes of play, so finding some form.
Good cricket that from Jason Holder. Boundary immediately followed by a single. Keep that momentum going as this rebuilding phase. And that vindicates, Niall, what you're talking about. Average of 28 in test match cricket. But he's a young man, he's 25 years old, and I dare say that average is going to get a lot healthier as the years continue.
Well, you would hope so. It's a bit of a common trend, I suppose, with West Indies cricket. Maybe slightly turning now. Good test series against England recently, but the focus for West Indies cricket, it seemed for a long time, was on white ball cricket. So Shai Hope was left behind slightly, but a man who averages 50 in one-day cricket, you'd think, should be able to transfer some of that skills and have a healthy average in the late 30s, 40 in test match arena.
Above all else, he looks to have a very, very sound technique. And it's at that level of the game where it's tested. That's why they call it test match cricket. Of course, he came into a West Indies team in transition. But he'll be hoping to carry that one-day form into test match cricket. But that won't be his concern right now. He's going to be looking to the weeks ahead. big opportunity in the World Cup. I'll be very interested to see how they go now. End of the 32nd, West Indies 136 for 4. Interesting stat there now. Only one extra so far. It gives you an indication of how well Bangladesh have bowled. And interestingly, that extra was the first ball of the day. The debutant. Again, I was just thinking now that I have you back in the box, just talking about form. Obviously, Darren Bravo for the West Indies, Ireland's skipper. You know, periods that you did feel you went through bad form.
Well, chipped in the air. It's going to land safely. Jason Holder living a slightly charmed life at the moment. Well, I got a very good bit of advice early in my career by a South African batsman, Martin van Jaarsveld. And he said, when you're out of nick, take some time away. Don't overthink things. Don't over-practice. Sometimes you can try too hard when you're not finding your form. And I think Bravo is someone who's doing that at the moment. When you're in form, like Hope, Balbirnie, Kevin O'Brien, practice, practice, practice. Keep the good form going. But sometimes when you're out of nick, you want to try so hard. You bat more and you start getting very tense in your technique. And you forget actually why you're out there, to enjoy yourself and express yourself. Well, big shout by Mushfiqur Rahim. Jason Holder, we mentioned he's not a big sweeper of the ball, long way down for the captain. Mushfiq was anticipating a little under edge.
Yes, and Jason Holder flicked the side of his hip there, suggesting certainly no sign of bat there at all.
I've brought a little bit of energy back into the box, and it's all happening in the middle. Holders popping the ball in the air. There's LB shouts, cut behind shouts. It's all going on in the middle here at the village.
Certainly is. Just casual stroke play from Holder. Eased into the onside. End of the 33rd, 140 for 4 the West Indies. There we are. It'll be interesting to see what a good total will be here now.
Well, 270, I think 280 is minimum they need. It's a good track. Outfield is faster than previous days. There we are. It's your private jet,
Away.
Alan.
Certainly not. I wish.
Interesting passage of play. 17 overs to go. Saying 270, 280. Whose responsibility here do you think, Alan? Is it Hope? You want to get 100 at your current rate and let Holder take the risk, or should they both go?
I I think Shy Hope has to be the cornerstone, the foundation. Obviously, there's only 17 overs remaining, but they're not going to get anywhere unless you're always looking for one of your top four to get yourself 100. You bat around him, and a stage will be reached, but he's taken a bit into his own hands there. He's taken that on top of the bounce. That's a great shot from Shy Hope. Advancing slightly down the pitch. And Calypso. That's a great shot. Head still. Top of the bounce. Beautiful shot from Hope. But going back to that point, I do think that Shay Hope, if he's there at the end, 100, 120, not. And the stage will be where Holder's got to go. I don't know whether you agree with that. I don't. The two set batsmen now, certainly a point is reached or one has to go. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. As you mentioned, if Hope stays to the 50 over, it'll be 120 not out. Holders just looked like he's just getting going in the last 2 or 3 overs. Partnership was good, 46 off 62. And there's our good friend tucking into a bit of lunch. Hope he doesn't spill on those nice trousers.
Well, whatever about the nice trousers, Tino easing. He's very conscious to keep that body of his. Sun on the guns for Tino.
Well, Jason Holder just finding some good form here the last 5-10 minutes, and the partnership was good. 47 off 63. Power to add, you would think, if they can extend that another 5, 6, 7 overs, take it into the last 10 with 6 wickets in hand, you all of a sudden a 280 turns into a 300, which should be a good score on a slightly slow surface. Is a little bit of spin.
Well, that's been the Achilles heel so far. Mahidi and Shakib have done a great job for the team. Just as we spoke, loose delivery, second extra of the day, down the leg side, and there he is, some cricketer, Shakib, so clever in everything that he does, batting, bowling, does it without any fuss whatsoever, rattles through an over. He might have an over done in a minute and 15 seconds, minute and 25. He's on top of you the whole time.
Well, Abu Jayad's had a tough debut to date. Well, a bit of a mix-up. Nearly an overthrow, but all's well that ends well. Nothing doing. Abu Jayad, probably with decent pace, a little bit of shape. Slightly nervous, you would think, today, making his debut. Had a good BPL, Bangladesh Premier League. Good cricketer. Someone who's rated very highly by Stephen Rhodes and the backroom staff of Bangladesh Cricket. So, a long future, you would think. There's a wonderful bowler. A legend. Goody Walsh.
Eased into the onside. That brings us to the end of the 34th. West Indies 148 for 4. So, Mahidi to continue. Done a very good job for his team. Again, only conceding 34 into his 9th over now. And that's the 50 partnership for Holder and Hope in good time.
He's done a good job, Mehdi, as he always does. I'm slightly disappointed with the West Indies approach playing against spin. Carbon copy of how they played the spinners in Clontarf. No real effort to get on with it. As I say that, Jason Holder sweeps. Shakib in the deep, nearly wrong-footed himself, keeps it to 1, but they've been very restrained in both fixtures against Bangladesh spinners. Not much, I would say, intent to go downtown and take the spinners on and put the pressure back on the bowler.
Even too when they had mid-off up now, didn't come down the wicket down. Completely agree. Just that type of delivery there, floated up in the air. Because he's a short man, Mahidi. You know, obviously subtle changes of pace and whatnot, but when it's above the eye line like that, you've a fair idea where it's going to be. And of course to the right-hander, playing with any spin there is.
Well, you've got a free hit almost sometimes, a mid-off up. Ball's not turning. He came on very early as well in the power play. Holder releases the shackle somewhat, smashes it out. It's only going to be a single. It's 35 overs gone, 152 for 4.
West Indies were 99 for 4. They're on to 152 for 4. Drinks have been taken. The 35 over mark. So 15 overs to go. Hope there on 64. Needs the wickets to fall. It's a good catch to get rid of Ambrose. LBW. Darren Bravo gone for 6. His recent poor form continuing. Third wicket to fall, up to mid-wicket by Roston Chase, off by Mamadullah. Second LBW, busy getting the wicket of Jonathan Carter for 3. And that's the way we stand, 152 for 4. This is the Bangladesh bowling.
Yeah, Jayed on debut, 0 for 41, been expensive. Mortaza, as always, excellent. Picks up an early wicket, 1 for 32. Pick of the bowlers, though, Mustafizur Rahman. Excellent today, 2 for 17. He's had a couple of poor games, bouncing back well. Shakib, 10 runs off his 6 overs. Wonderful, wonderful figure. So Bangladesh fighting back. West Indies had a good power play, 50 odd on the board in the power play, but Bangladesh fighting back. Big hours cricket ahead of us.
The average here is just above 250. Last 10 ODIs here gone up to 280. So they'll be looking something around that figure, maybe.
Well, I think so. 270, 280. I think it's pivotal here for Holder to stay at the crease for another 5-6 over. Shakib helping the youngster with some plans, but it's all about the players to execute. Good partnership forming. 53 off 72, so power to add, you would think. Hope has played well. Holder's come to the party in the last 4 or 5 overs, found the boundary a lot easier. Good contribution from Holder in the partnership, 35. Just 17 from Hope. Hasn't had that much strike in the partnership, but for the West Indies, if these two can take it to 40, 42 overs, all of a sudden a 270 turns into a 300 total.
Windies winning the toss, deciding to bat. They're already through to this Tri-Nations final. Holder just was in the air for a little while. Backward point with a despairing dive. They're going to run through for 2. Bangladesh with a win today would join them in that final. Ireland sitting in the wings, hoping that it's a West Indies win today and then Ireland could beat Bangladesh in game 6 of the series in Clontarf on Wednesday. It's all ifs and buts and maybes, still a long way off that.
Well, Jason Holder, an interesting 5 or 10 minutes. He's found a boundary on a number of occasions. It's been 2 or 3 times with just chipping the ball in the air to cover, to point. This one beats them all, end up a beautiful ball. I'm just wondering, is the pitch slightly too paced? A little bit slower than the batsman's anticipating? Obviously was used over a week ago against England in the ODI, so it's been on the covers for a while. Maybe a little bit slower than we imagined initially.
Where he's batting, there's a bit of a green tinge there as well, so maybe that's what the bowler's thinking, bowling it into that. Quick single. Good call, good running. A little bit of trouble, 99 for 4. Ambrose Bravo, Chase and Carter all out at that stage, but rebuilding here between the captain and the opener. Partnership now has 56 of 75 deliveries. Slow, steady pace. Not many boundaries. We did have quite a flurry of boundaries in the opening couple of overs, but pretty much dried up since. By Hope. There's a man out there though. Just a single.
Well, they had a very good power play, the West Indies. Since the power play ended after 10 overs, it's been sluggish, I would describe it. Measured, watchful, careful. Not something you're associating with one-day cricket at the moment.
Real contrast there in sizes, wasn't there, between Mishfiqur Rahim, the wicket-keeper, and 6'7" Jason Holder as they passed each other by, little and large. Oh, a huge man. Good captain.
Good cricketer, Jason Holder. Good with the bat, good with the ball. Was very well received in his 6-week stint with Northamptonshire in the county championship, held in very high regard, obviously, especially after his double 100 in the Test series, but carries himself very well. Very humble, very well spoken. I think he's got the respect of not just his own side, but the sides around the world. So he's going to be a pivotal man in the World Cup if the West Indies are to progress to the latter stages.
Single to Hope to end that over, the 36. They've moved on now to 158 for 4.
Come boys!
Tahiti on from the polar end. Again, good contrast in the height of him and Jason Holder standing beside the umpire Richard Kettleborough. Hope gives himself a bit of room there, crashes it through the covers. There is a man there. Just running through for two. Six and over from here would take them close to 250. Beyond that, platform from these two. We're at the business end really of the innings now. West Indies will be looking to just put the foot on the accelerator now and get the runs on the board.
Well, you would think 240 shouldn't be enough. Posted 260 plus in Clontarf, and Bangladesh chased it down with real ease to inflict an 8-wicket victory. So, defeat rather. They'll have to go some here, the West Indies.
Bowling, lovely areas, Miraj.
Well, you looked at the pitch, you think it's a good pitch, 260, 270 I thought minimum. So a lot of work to do here for Holder and Hope. Bangladesh trying to restrict as best they can.
Good Miraj. Finish well there, Miraj.
Ashley Nurse, Keenan Roach, Sheldon Cottrell in their lineup to come. We have a debutant as well today in Ryman Reefer for Shannon Gabriel. Just the one change for the Windies from that victory over Ireland the other day here in Malahide. 4 runs from the over so far. And a forward defensive push to end the 37th. 162 for 4. Fizzer, who's been the pick of the bowler so far, 2 for 17 to continue now from the Ishbahani end. A few Bangladesh supporters in, enjoying the sunshine, enjoying what they're seeing so far. Plenty of seats here available in Malahide. If you're in the area, why not come down and watch some top-class ODI cricket between two teams who will be contesting the World Cup in England come the end of May. Carved away by Holder. Just the one though.
Yeah, good smattering of Bangladesh supporters. A couple of West Indian fans in the house as well. Cricketing hotbed of Dublin. And they've got some decent weather to boot, so a good game of cricket in store. There's my all liaison officer from 2007, Big Peter.
It's in the air for Hope, good shot, and that's going to carry all the way for the maximum, is it? Yes, there's the signal from referee Neil. Umpire Neil, doing too many GA matches these days. Umpire, as he whacks him away down the leg side, down towards Cow Corner. And that's 6 runs.
Wonderful stroke. Absolute precision, timing, and power to boot. And Hope continues on his merry way. His fine form here in Dublin continues, eyeing up another century. Absolutely fantastic form.
109 against Bangladesh in that 8-wicket defeat. 170 against Ireland. He is in great nick in his 52nd ODI. Jay Hope mentioned in this part of Dublin is a real hotbed for cricket. You have the Hills, Rush, North County, Malahide itself, Clontarf. A lot of cricket grounds around this area, isn't there?
You'll have people from Balbriggan tweeting in.
Certainly. How could we forget?
It is a wonderful place. A wonderful part of Dublin, Malahide. Play your cricket. A nice way to spend an afternoon. Have a walk along the estuary. Malahide CC, very strong. I was watching their club play yesterday down at Railway Union and a good win over my home side Railway.
Holder calls Hope through. There's Railway there.
Yeah, Michael, Railway Union suffering a defeat yesterday to Malahide. Lovely to see a bit of club cricket and support my local club, Railway Union, where I learnt my trade. Good and bad, I suppose, as it were. Nice way to spend an afternoon up around Malahide Castle.
Played a couple of games there myself, Railway Union. Faced up against Izzy Joyce. Took a couple of runs off her. It's nice.
Good slow ball by the Fizz, good change-up. He acknowledges that Jason Holder maybe is the one that's looking to get after him, looking to get on top, and just changes his pace. No real change in his action. He hides his slow ball very well. Off cutter from the Fizz, really, really good skills. Wonderful T20 bowler, can bring those skills into the longer 50-over format.
That ball right across Holder, tempting him. 170 for 4. That's the local constabulary, the Garda, just checking on the 3 lads having their lunch at the bench. .170 for 4. Shaki Al-Hassan. My word, only 10 runs given away in 6 overs so far. He's been on the money from the very off.
Yeah, the West Indies are going to have to get after him somewhat here. They can't allow Shakib to bowl these next 4 overs cheaply. They're going to have to take a bit of a risk against the left-arm spinner. So skillful, Shakib. His action very repeatable. Slight changes of pace, slight changes of angle where he releases the ball from. Wonderfully skillful, experienced, got great nous.
Quicker ball.
Well, I'd like to see Hope on the slog sweep here. He's got a deep square leg and a long on. He's got oceans of space in the deep mid-wicket region.
Bowler's keeping him honest there. 3 dot balls in a row. This the Windies don't want. They're being hemmed in a little here. For the single. Nothing doing though. 4 dot balls. This is pressure. Building the pressure all the time, Bangladesh in particular. Shakib Al-Hassan only gone for 10 runs now in his 7th over. And he's on the spot, on the money. Not a lot Hope can do about that.
Well, the ball's not turning a great deal, so there's plenty he can do. He can skip down the wicket, he can take a sweep on, a slog sweep, reverse sweep. At the moment, the West Indies not willing to try anything against Shakib.
field gives them a single.
If you're going to play for your crease against a bowler of Shakib's quality and experience, you're not going to be able to knock around for 4 or 5 and over. You've got to take a risk. They're standing in the crease. They're making it even easier for Shakib just to bowl line and length. Line and length. You've got to stay in your crease. I'm going to hit it back of a length. Very difficult for you to force me away. Slight field change now with Jason Holder on strike. I think Shakib always one step ahead. Sends his man out from mid-wicket to deep mid-wicket. Brings cover up. So tries to protect that leg side. Very good bowling here from Shakib. Good, clever use of the field.
Just turning around the corner will yield an easy single. 11 to go. 172 for 4. Hasn't been prolific scoring between these two. 73 off 90 odd. Beastly head side of the bat. Holder has a look down the ground. That's the World Cup for the West Indies, which you alluded to earlier on, Niall.
Well, it's a difficult start. Pakistan, Australia, South Africa and England. June 14th. West Indies, if they don't start well, could be out of the tournament. So really difficult start for the West Indies in the campaign. Without disrespecting Sri Lanka. Wants to, he's not going to get to. Good work from Sabir Rahman out in the deep. Without disrespecting the likes of Sri Lanka, Afghanistan, West Indies would have hoped for a slightly easier start to the tournament. As it were, it's going to be a difficult tournament. Jason Holder wanted to, Hope not interested. Good work for the Bangladeshis. They've been good in the field, apart from the odd drop, a couple of missed fields. They've been good the last hour. They've been very, very good.
Hope trying to hike that into mid-wicket.
Well, there's protection on the leg side. I think Hope will be better off trying to go over the offside, especially with Mustafa Zuraman bowling a lot of off-cutters. So maybe going over extra cover might be an easier option than taking on the long leg side boundary, deep square, deep mid-wicket in place to protect that. So maybe better off going over the offside or through the offside. Third man is in the ring also.
Well, he's clubbed that away, but there is a man down there, as you said. Should come back for a second. Holder with the long legs gets to the far end, and the bails are whipped off, but he's home safely. He's a big man, 6'7", so it takes him a couple of strides to get to the danger end.
That's good work in the deep. Hope taking on the leg side boundary, didn't quite get it out of the middle. Holder was in and out of the crease quickly. It's good too. The partnership just growing slowly. 76 off 100 balls. Big platform here for the two men from the Caribbean to take advantage going into the last 10.
They're going to run up the hill for 4. Yep, Tamman can't cut it off. It's a nice shot, nicely controlled as well. Yields a boundary for the West Indies, and much needed too.
Well, it's a good option. It's a poor ball, but I think for Hope it's better off going offside against Mustafa Zuraman. A lot of off cutters, easy to hit through the offside as opposed to going against and going leg side. So a good boundary. Hope moving on to 83. Just looks like he's just trying to get a little bit of momentum into his play here.
single. Holder might try and chance the arm there. Now he decides discretion, better bar to valor on that particular occasion. 10 to go then, 180 for 4. Power play coming up. 10 overs to be bowled in the West Indian innings, backing themselves 180 for 4 now, having put themselves into bat. Jason Holder winning the toss. He's out there with Shea Hope. He's on 42. Hope continuing his excellent recent form. 84 not out for 104 deliveries. 10 overs to go. And this is where the West Indies will be looking to go some. Post a decent total. Over pitched. Shakib Al Hasan has been very good in the bowling department in his opening 7 overs. Conceded just 13 runs. Jason Holder chips one in the air. Far from the fielder. Tamim. He's chipped a few in the air today, actually, Tino.
Trying to get some form, Jason Holder.
Good boys.
And project his score. End up at 225. To be well over 250. I think now I'll talk about pitch being a bit too pace. He's absolutely correct. I think maybe 250, 260 is a decent score, a score that you can fight with. Quick single, Colin. But they need wickets for the new ball. If they get the opportunity to bowl, the Windies got good cricket from Bangladesh. And they came here and really took a better unit. So remember that Bangladesh is at full strength as well. This is their World Cup squad. West Indies have 8 members to come and 8 to leave. Make up the World Cup squad.
Holder on to 44, facing. Gets through his overs pretty quickly, doesn't he? Shakib Al Hasan, this is the end of 41, 186 for 4 now. Figure so far. Shakib, look at that. 8 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 18. Mr. Fizzer has taken 2 wickets, picking the bowler so far. Encouragement from the Bangladesh fans in here. Malahide trying to bowl the Yorker. Holder dug that out. Hope looking for the second. A little bit of a misfield out there, and they're going to come home safely, winning 2 to their total. Holder seems to chip the top of his bat there for a replacement. Word with Shea Hope. That previous delivery dug out that ball.
Maybe his face.
Seems to have chipped it, yeah.
Maybe his favourite one as well. They have many. Don't worry about them nowadays. So So much bats these guys have, John. They have a whole gear bag of bats.
Yeah, he didn't look happy at all, did he? I mean, he threw back. To reach that with ease. Run 2.
Brilliant. Brilliant fielding down on the boundary, the super boundary. And Shabir. He's been bowling beautifully. Jason Holder move on to 49, one away from a 50. The skipper will do his confidence a whole lot as well.
Ireland scored 65 in their last 5 overs in the game the other day against the West Indies. Windies looking to do something similar. Got a platform here. Holder, will he get the 50? Yes, just short of the fielder who lets it run past him as well. That's not great. The man down there in the mid-wicket boundary. And he reaches his half-century. 51 for Jason Holder. Good half-century and a good combination between himself and Hope.
Yes, indeed. What the West Indies required at the moment. That's a good 50 from the skipper. The fielding from Bangladesh, I'm sorry to say, hasn't been up to scratch whatsoever. Jason Holder, 51 from 67. The fielding have been subpar.
Well, that's straight over the bowler's head. No need to run for that. It's the maximum. And the danger in that end was, would the ball strike one of our cameramen? Super hit through the line from Jason Holder. And that's 6 welcome runs from the West Indies point of view.
Stunning. Stunning from Jason Holder. That is what Jason Holder offers any team. And that's a wonderful swing of the bat. Taza missing his line. And Jason Holder going out the park. Oh, mind the windows, Jason. Or we should say, mind the cameraman.
We'll be looking for that ball down to the Colester end of the ground. Perched up with our 2 cameramen up there. That's good cricket. Take a 6 and take a following 1 run. That's the 100 partnership as well. Of 113 deliveries. Came together at 99 for 4. 113 as I mentioned. Holder on 58. Hope still there on 89. Now looking to accelerate, get past the century. Holder's gone past 50 and looks like he's going to be opening up his arms in the last couple of overs. Hope with a swing and a miss. And he's out. Caught behind. Umpire Neil raises the finger. And that's the end of the opener on 199. Shai Hope perishes. And it's an important wicket from Bangladesh as these two were looking to accelerate.
Yes, indeed. He's very disappointed not to get to 100. Shai Hope, well ball. Murtaza using the angle. That is good bowling, good clever bowling from the Bangladeshi skipper. Shai Hope, he departs for 87. The Windies, 199 for 5.
সাকিব আল হাসান ব্যাং 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 3টা
New batsman, Fabian Allen. sixth ODI, 24-year-old. Comes in to replace the opener. With Shea gone, has Hope gone. Missed the wicket.
That's being really clever. Mortaza using the angle, giving Shea Hope what he wants.
Shakib Al-Hassan continuing.
Jack,
Into his ninth over now from the polar end. Just hasn't given West Indies anything really. Left arm spin bowler just conceding 19 runs so far off 8.1 overs. On the spot, on the money, right from the very off. Allen gets off the mark. Man from Kingston, Jamaica.
Well ball, Shakib.
Probably see Fabian Allen bowling later on. He hasn't taken a wicket yet, though, in his previous 5 ODIs. As the West Indies go past the 200 mark, onto 202 for 5 now. Hope the last man out for 87. Allen on 1. Holder still there on 60.
Fabian Allen getting the opportunity to play in the West Indies one-day setup through good performances for the St. Kitts Patriots, the CPL.
Yourself.
He's a good finisher.
Good check,
Fabian Allen plays some really good knocks. CPL 2018. Really giving the selectors a nod and saying, I am ready. Giving him the opportunity in the World Cup as well. After 43, the Windies 204 for 5.
Point flat.
Six bowlers used by Bangladesh. The captain will continue, having taken 2 for 45 into his 8th over now. It's an opposite number. Jason Holder smacks it straight down the ground. There is a feeler down there at long on. So with just under 7 overs to be bowled here now, the West Indies look to push on. Holder in particular on 62. Allen will have to play a support role, a new man at the crease. 2 right-handers. Line delivery since a boundary. Should be a wide ball, and is. Wickets as captain, Mortaza, 93 from 75 matches. Top of the pile, the great Wasim Akram. Great names there, Sean Pollock, Imran Khan, Waqar Younis, Jason Holder. And that illustrious list as well, 91 from his 73 matches. You could do with that. It's a terrific delivery. Mortaza has been good in this series as well. Took 3 for. past Daniel Vittori now with second wicket in this match. As Mortaza. And the Windies, Tino, just losing wickets at the wrong time, really. That wanted to accelerate, and losing Shea Hope and having Holder out there getting a new partner in Allen has just stymied the runs.
And that's good work from Bangladesh. The coaching staff, head coach, assistant coach. I think this is good bowling from Bangladesh. They tried to stifle the West Indies, and they have done it really well this morning. Moving into the afternoon, they've picked up wickets at critical moments in this game.
Tries to catch it. It's going to fall short though. The man deepish mid off. West Indies just inching their way to a target rather than banging their way there. Good bowling from the Bangladesh players out there. Changes in the field now. They've put an extra man there to sweep at the mid-wicket boundary. Holder facing. Great delivery once again. Holder couldn't do much about that. And O'Brien alluded to it, Tino, that Windies perhaps guilty of not getting after the attack at this stage, sitting a lot back in their own crease.
You're correct, but to give credit to Mortaza, how he really rallied his troops. I thought initially when they started off this morning they look a bit lethargic. They've really come into the game. The sun is out. It's beautiful day here.
Sounds like it's out, and yes it is. Big Nick. Holder's gone, and yet another wicket falls at a crucial moment for the Windies. It's a modest total so far. Jason Holder perishes for 62, caught behind. Third wicket for the skipper, and at the end of 44 overs, Holder has to go back. 207 for 6. Final over for Shakib Al Hassan. He's not got a wicket yet, but he's only conceded 23 runs with one maiden. New man at the crease is Ashley Nurse after the dismissal of Jason Holder, joining Fabian Allen out on the middle.
Ball, Shakib, beautiful ball, and Shakib.
The Windies would have been hoping to get past 250. It's a long way off now. Nice shot round the corner. There's no one down there. There's a short fine leg. Fairly flew past him. Allen onto 7 and a much needed boundary.
That's an excellent shot by Fabian Allen. That is a wonderful sweep shot. Good execution to get his first boundary as well. 11 for 6.
Big appeal and given. So a nice shot from the batsman Fabian Allen in the previous delivery to sweep it round the corner for 4, but he perishes the very next ball.
Beautifully bowled by Shakib. I think it was sliding down slightly. I tell you what, that wicketkeeper Mushrika, he's a very smart man. He didn't move. Fabian Allen, he departs for 7. Windies 2-11 for 7.
That's Binnell. Left arm over. There's 2 to come.
New man, Raymond Reefer. He only changed in the West Indian lineup from the win over Ireland. In for Shannon Gabriel today. He's at the crease after the dismissal of Fabian Allen for 7. It's a wicket and a well-deserved one as well for Al Hassan. Giving away 27 runs in his now 10th over. He's deserved that wicket. 5 to go then. West Indies on 211 for 7.
Centre stump. Centre stump. Too far. So stump.
Well, the Pearl of Twirl at it again. Shakib, wonderful figures. 10 overs, 1 for 27. It's really spin that's broken the shackles of this West Indian team. Something that was going to look like a reasonable score. The consistent loss of wickets has been their downfall, Tino.
It's good bowling and good captaincy as well. Well, this is beautifully bowled. I think he's sliding down leg stump. But what is smart about that is that the wicketkeeper, Shrika Rahim, he stood his ground. Because sometimes the umpire goes on if the keeper goes to the leg side, he say maybe sliding down. But he stood his ground. He was smart. And that's the understanding that both of the bowler and the wicketkeeper have. Come back for 2. Should be 2 easy runs. Ashley Nurse is very competent. Hits a clean, long ball. Hits some of the biggest sixes I've ever seen at Kensington Oval as well. Ashley Nurse. What do you say about this dismissal? What I love about this is the angle. Murtaza is using that angle, that 20-20 angle, trying to make you hit in one direction. And if you go against it, it gives him the opportunity to take your wicket. Yes, indeed. Smart, clever from the skipper.
He's captained his team very well today, Tino. He's mixed his bowlers. Never let West Indies settle at any stage. And those waking up now in the Caribbean will not be happy with what they see so far.
Not at all. As a fan, you always want your team to win. And they want to win every game. And when you're in a team, you go out there to win the game. You play the game to win. Sometimes it doesn't happen because you're not playing against yourself.
Now, of course, Tino, you're the other side of the fence. Do you feel that as someone who's represented the West Indies and now obviously a supporter of everything Caribbean? There's a bit of pain there, isn't it? I find that sometimes when you just want your own country to do so well. And again, at the weekend, when Ireland had scored 327, I thought, maybe today.
always want your team to do well. When you become a supporter, that team becomes like a family member. You want your family member to do well. I understand that. Not every day is fishing day, but not every day is catching there. The gentleman that was previously in the camera, Vice President Shallow, the West Indies Cricket Board. Just won with President, new elected President, Ricky Scarrett. Congratulations to both men. But this guy, Raymond Reefer, he is a talent. Very good List A record so far. He's on debut. His first runs in international cricket on the one-day side. He's played Test cricket before. Played in New Zealand. Made his debut back in New Zealand about a year and a half ago, 2 years.
Is he anything to George Reefer?
Yes, that would be, if not his cousin, his uncle, I think. All the Reefers are family in Barbados.
Well,
It's a small
understand.
island.
I played in my time against George Reefer. Of course, he had a long spell with Scotland. Played a bit against George.
Very talented, the Reefers. They were Elvis Reefer as well, his father. Good running, good calling, and good running. After 46, the West Indies 220 for 7.
Change your boy, lads. Left arm over.
There's a scoreboard if you're a West Indian supporter. Wouldn't be too happy, but two-pace title wicket Shea Hope, Jason Holder, the two notable batters on that list, and you'll be very worried for Darren Bravo. He is in no form whatsoever leading into the World Cup. Might be a little worry for the West Indies. As Fizz takes back over, Ashley Nurse and Raymond Reefer.
I'd say he'll be happy to have the wind at his back too. First time bowling. From the polar end. The Fizz. He's done well today.
Absolutely, I second that. It's been brilliant. And that is punish only for one. A very good shot. At first it was looking like it was going for 4. Good fielding at the boundary, square leg boundary. And Shabir.
It's been a measure today. Bangladesh's ground fielding has been excellent. One blemish early on when Mahidi dropped a sitter really. But other than that, they've been very, very good.
Especially Shabir. He's been patrolling the boundary. On the leg side, the off side, he's been terrific. So the man on strike, Raymond Reefer. I'm going to give you a little family history. Make sure that I call the relations properly.
I get the sense that there's a lot of reefers.
Yeah, there's a lot of reefers. Beautifully bowled by the Fizz. Oh, unfortunately, they're going to come through for a bye. That is a wonderful slow ball. Such a talent, the Fizz. Oh, look at this. It's like a knuckleball. Oh, and it turned as well. Beautifully bowled. So Raymond Anton Reefer, born in 1991. His father, Elvis Reefer, played for Hampshire. His uncle is the head coach, Floyd Reefer. His other uncle, George Reefer. That's pulled straight to the fielder. His other uncle is Leslie Reefer, former Barbados player, and he has a cousin, Leslie Reefer Jr., who's an international umpire as well. So he's come from a family of cricketers, generation of good Barbados cricketers.
Well, his name is used a lot here, Tino. For any bowler who gets a threefer, you've got a George Reefer.
Missing out. I think he went to hit that one back to Birchdown. Beautifully bowled by the Fizz. Yeah, when you come up in an environment, there's so much cricketers around you. You breathe the air of being a cricketer as well. You want to be good like them. Me, I had my uncle who was a West Indies cricketer in the 80s and 90s, and I wanted to be like him, so it's a good role model, someone you can look up to. Love ball by the Fizz, good energy. What I love about the Fizz, he's really mixed his pace up as well. And when you go in with that quicker ball, it hits the splice of the bat.
Well, the other thing he's done very well as well is he's bowled a very good line today. He's been attacking the stumps. Good length, hitting the pitch hard. And, got his rhythm back. And I'm sure after his last two exploits in ODIs, he'll be pleased to see that runs tally and, of course, 2 wickets. Huge for him.
Here's a top edge. Will they get to the boundary? Yes, indeed. So the Fizz not finishing well. After 47, the Windies, 228 for 7.
Well, we've had a lot of talk about the Reefers over the last 2 or 3 overs. There's plenty of Reefers, as we know. Have you got something else for me, Tino?
Yeah, something very interesting that I didn't even know as well. Here's the skipper in his final over. Well bowled. Been bowling beautifully. Your friend George Reefer and Elvis Reefer are twins. Didn't even know that. They're twins. The last boundary, short ball. Ashton Nurse is always going to take you on. He's that type of cricketer.
Is that the World Wide Web at it again? Someone's been on to you already.
Yes, indeed. My good friend in Barbados, Gregory Nichols. He's a lawyer as well. So I have to be on my P's and Q's. Say good morning to my good friend Gregory Nichols. So yes, just a rich heritage of cricket in Barbados as well. At the moment here, the captain Bangladesh is leading his troops marvelously. Being a little bit expensive, but he wouldn't mind that. What is important is those 3 wickets at critical times. As the West Indies were about to really accelerate the innings, he got the 2 big wickets of Hope and Holder.
He is a George Reefer.
Yes, indeed. He's got a George Reefer. A treefer. What do you call a fourfer?
Oh, I better not get political here. We won't go there.
Okay, fair enough. Good bowling again. 230. Do you find the surface is a bit too paced?
Just a little. I think it's slow-paced. I think, you know, the fact maybe that the pitch is a week old, it was something that the Bangladesh coach talked about before the game. A week into a pitch that's been prepared for a week ago can go that way a bit, but I think it's more the way the West Indies have been smothered in their batting. I think the captain, as you said earlier, has really worked his troops, changed up his bowlers very, very well. And they look a good unit, Tino, Bangladesh.
Yes, indeed. Really changed up. And what I love about Bangladesh, everyone is saying, oh, it's Bangladesh and stuff, but I have them as a dark horse in the World Cup. Why? Because the last World Cup they went to the quarterfinals. But I think they're a good unit. Once they can get wickets, Shakib and the stars in the team can perform, I think they're right up there with any of the good teams in terms of trying to lift that trophy. I think they're a good unit. Bangladesh. Here's Rifa using his feet, being stifled. Bowled. Murtaza. One more ball to complete his 10 overs.
What do you think we call a fifer?
A fifer.
We call that a Michelle here.
A
A Michelle.
A Michelle.
A Michelle Pfeiffer.
A Michelle Pfeiffer. Well, I never really had a lot of luck with Michelles. That's probably why I never got many Pfeiffers.
Settle down now. I struggle with Pfeiffer, but I know where you're going. And that's the over. West Indies 233 for 7. So the fizz to continue for what will be his last over of the day.
As well bowled as well. He's been good today. He's been excellent. His energy looks good. There's something about when the sun is out. Everyone is happy. The other day, the last time these two teams played, it was very cold. Absolutely cold. He didn't bowl well. Went for 80 odd in his 10 overs, but today he's been brilliant. 2 for 41 so far, and he'll be looking to add to that as well. When you're bowling, you get into these situations. You're bowling at the back end, and you got 2 for. You'd be saying, look, I would love to get the other 3 to finish with a Michelle Pfeiffer. What the Irish call a fifer. Here's an opportunity. Shabir's on it, takes it. Beautifully bowled by the Fizz. Yes, indeed. You've got to be thinking about wickets at the back end. And that is a good delivery, good slow ball. Ashley Nurse drawn into the trap. And Shabir, beg your pardon, he takes a fine catch.
Judge did very well.
Beautifully bowled by the Fizz. Yes, indeed. You've got to be thinking about wickets at the back end. And that is a good delivery, good slow ball. Ashley Nurse drawn into the trap. And Shabir, beg your pardon, he takes a fine catch.
Judge did very well.
Sheldon Cottrell, final man.
And one ball for a Michelle, eh?
Oh, he's missed the Michelle Pfeiffer. Beautifully bowled by the Fizz. After 49 overs, the Windies 236 for 9.
Fraction away. Center stuff.
So there's the card. Wickets at regular intervals. Innings dominated by Shea Hope at the top again. And really the West Indies would have been looking for him to go on and get a big 100. Good partnership between him and the skipper Holder. So, Jahid back. For the final over of the West Indies innings. And really you feel this will be a subpar total for the West Indies, Tino.
Very much so. This is beautifully bowled by the Fizz. In the middle and leg. When it was first struck, I thought it was a low high, but on replay, it was absolutely plumb. That is beautifully bowled as well. Do a lot for his confidence. Here's Cottrell. Being flamboyant. Only for 1. So yeah, a subtotal effort, I should say, in the part of the total. But as I say, runs on the board are runs on the board.
Just get a sense today they just mightn't be enough again. And a period in the middle. Mahidi, Shakib. Very good slower ball there. So many varieties of these now. Way bowlers bowl them, running their fingers across the seam, back of the hand. So many different varieties, just how the game, the one-day game has developed skills, both batting and bowling. And there's one of the most skillful of them all, Shakib. He did a great job for his team again today. Without any fuss, no nonsense. He's such a consistent performer for Bangladesh.
Oh, flamboyant. Very flamboyant. Oh, like Gordon Greenwich, top edge 6.
I sense that's one that could be talked about into the early hours if West Indies win here today. Number 11, hooking for 6.
Oh, definitely.
Flamboyant is the word, Dino.
Absolutely. Oh, Gordon Greenwich as well. Those are 6 welcome runs for the West Indies. Move them closer to 250. 5 away from that. Can they get to 250? 2 legal deliveries remaining. Good comeback. Well bowled for the Yorker. Jahid has been very expensive today. Didn't particularly start off well with the new ball. It was too full. But in the middle overs, he wasn't bad at all. At the back end, he just went for a little bit more as well. But that's the man, the captain, and Murtaza and Shakib, they were excellent. Final ball of the innings.
That could be sore. Hit him flush on the shin to bring the innings to a close. West Indies finishing on 247 for 9.
Oh, ball by the Bangladesh team. Really bowl well. Restricted the West Indies under 250. They'll be very pleased with that effort. Eid will be going for some ice.
And there's the batting card for the West Indies, dominated again up top by Shea Hope and ably supported, but wickets fell at regular intervals for the West Indies. Darren Bravo in no form at all, but a good stand between Hope and Holder. You felt West Indies could creep towards 280, but once those two fell, it was the end of anything majorly significant for the West Indies. They finish on 247 for 9.
I thought Bangladesh bowled beautifully, and they really restricted the West Indies. Those are the partnerships. One of note, really Hope and Holder century partnership. Other than that, they didn't have enough in terms of partnerships to get over the line.
And there you are, Tino, the bowling figures for Bangladesh. And again, Shakib and Mahidi instrumental, but a day for the Fizz. 4 wickets and back with a bang.
And Ambrose, he got off to a very brisk start, pulling it, going over extra cover as well. These two will look very good. And though Shea Hope continue his tremendous form in this Tri-Nation series, Lil Ambrose, he was brilliantly caught. Sankar, Murtaza getting his first wicket. Darren Bravo, his stint was very brief. This was the opportunity that went to Beggin. Oh, this was a shocking drop, but he made it quick. He got a pump, as you would like.
And the innings continued. Loose shot there caught by Mamadullah. First for the Fizz, happy man. And then the second, possibly we thought that might have been sneaking down, but Alan Neil didn't think so. And again, this was really the partnership of any significance. Shea Hope bringing up another milestone with 50. And it was at this point really that you felt the West Indies with this partnership could have muscled their way to maybe 270, 280. Shots all around the ground. In the end, Holder in particular bludgeoning the ball. Great shot there from Hope. And it was at this stage that West Indies felt that really if Hope could have stayed and Holder could have gone on that little bit further. But again, 50 for him.
And the captain, Jason Holder, just opening up the shoulders. This was the big wicket of Shea Hope. Beautifully bowled by Murtaza, using the angle of both batsmen. Easy catches, simple catches too. From Mushfiqur Rahim, kind of stumps. And that was as plump as they come. Shakib was brilliant, he was economical. He got the wicket of Allen. And then it was the time for the Fizz. As the West Indies inning fizzle out, he was brilliant.
Did a very good job. And Reefer was the next to go. LBW hitting middle 2/3 the way up. And a bit of flamboyance from Cotterill at the end, bringing a few laughs from my colleague here, Tino Best. So that's where we are. Bangladesh need 248 in their 50 overs at a run rate of 4.96.